dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Alrighty, guys, welcome to the debut show. That's right, this is the debut of Props, Locks, and Parlays. And I am your host, Mike Lauro, and welcome, guys, here on It's a Wrap Sports Network. But I'm not going to be doing this alone today. I have a special guest, really, that I brought on ever since I've been trying to do one of these shows. Me and him have always talked about doing it. So now that this show is a reality, you probably will be seeing him contribute quite a bit on this show. From Out of the Box Sports Network, you probably see him. He does the 215 boys, or them 215 boys, and he also hosts College Football Frenzy, along with a host of other shows over there. The one and only Paul Spencer. What up, Paul?
Hey, what's going on, Mike? Thanks for having me, man. Finally, man, the time has come where we can sit down and throw a couple dollars, our last couple dollars, and hopefully you can turn it into something, brother. But thank you so much for having me on, man. Can't wait.
Oh, man, listen, this is going to be something really good. And, guys, I want this to be interactive with you guys as well. We're going to be giving 3 college picks, 3 pro picks, and we're also we're going to be covering the Thursday night game, which is tomorrow, kicks off the NFL season. Paul being a Cowboys fan, I'm an Eagles fan. We're going to we've done a little prop bets on the side of what looks good and what it comes out to. I also didn't fully do it yet, but I put the numbers down of a good play via Caesar Sportsbook, which, by the way, we do have. I will be bringing that up later if you guys have any questions. I've seen a lot of really good props so far, Paul, for week 1 of the NFL. But we're going to touch with week 2 of college football, man. We're going to start right there, man. And the reason why I want to start there is because me and you, dude, that's kind of like our bread and butter. We love college football. I don't know, when I was with you guys over at Out of the Box, how many times did we talk about the Pac-10 games that we would be up watching real late on a Saturday night?
Mike, the wacky Wild West till 2 a.m. in the morning, brother. You know that. You're the only person I can call, you and Bill Furman, at 2 o'clock in the morning and say, Mike, did you see that game? Yeah, I'm still watching it. We're still watching it. That's how crazy we are, Mike.
The best ones, too, are the games in Hawaii. I love the Hawaii games. As a matter of fact, I think Hawaii's home this week. I think that's a midnight start. So I might, I don't know, if the wife doesn't kick me out yet, I'm definitely going to be doing that.
Definitely.
We got a couple comments just checking in. Adam C. saying, good evening, Mike. Adam's one of our guys. Steve Fuentes checking in. He says, the debut. Congrats on the new show, bro. Let's see those bets. Oh, we're going to definitely get into those. Week 2, Paul, looking at this slate of college games, kind of slim pickings. Do you think? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of tilted games on this docket for week number 2 of college football.
Agree. I mean, last week, Mike, week 1, it's really a preseason game. Week 1 is a preseason to me because all we get to see is spring ball for all these teams. I mean, who would have thought FSU and Bama? Who would have thought that, And it was insane to me, Mike. I didn't bet heavy last week. Now I'll start getting into a little bit more. I see a little bit of teams, what they are. Is it window dressing or is it all hype? We don't know. But now, week 2, Mike, I'm ready to get down and throw a couple of dollars on here, Mike.
Oh, I hear you. I am too. And I'm going to put it on record. The Fighting Blueheads of Delaware will go into Colorado and beat Colorado. You
Mike,
heard it here first.
I'm glad you got for entertainment purposes only, brother, because I would have not taken that bet.
Oh, no, I'm not putting no money on it, but I got to throw it out there. You got to root for the locals here going. But I happened to, when we were I was checking out Caesar Sportsbook, and as I was going through some of the games, I saw that, and I was like, oh, my God. I was like, I didn't even know that they played them. But hey, I guess they wanted the experience, I guess, to go out there and play those guys.
I guess so. I mean, maybe you can pull one of the NIL deals out of Colorado to give them more money to come down and play the Blue Hens. But there's no shot in hell that this Delaware team can even play with Colorado. I mean, I just don't. What is the line on that, Mike? Minus what, 50?
No, matter of fact, hold on, I can bring it up for you. Let me get over here real quick. No. Where's it at? The Fighting Blue Hens at Delaware. Yeah, there's speaking of college games, tomorrow night or Friday night, there's a really good one on Louisville and James Madison. Probably
James Madison's good. James Madison, I mean, it depends what James Madison team you get, Mike. I mean, they could run you out of the building, or they can just not even show up,
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking. I'm looking for the Fighting Blue Hens here. I believe. Oh, there it is. Saturday, 3:30, 23.5. They are underdogs. If you take them on the money line, $11.50. If you take them straight up the way.
Damn. So if I got a last dollar, I put $1 down. I can have $12 in my name, huh?
You got $12 in your name, man. Like, I think that's kind of awesome. I might do it just for S and giggles. You know what I mean? Why not?
Hey, you're a genius if you hit, Mike. You're a genius if you hit it, brother.
Yeah, I my luck, I'd lose that one by 1 point.
Come down to a late field goal. We're up.
Right?
We're up. Then all of a sudden the field goal. Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, you got some like regional matchups here that I'm going through here, Paul. Let me. I'm going to bring this up onto the main stage here. Let me bring it up so our people can see here. This Jackson State and Liberty game. Liberty's favored by 6.5 in this game over Jacksonville State.
Yeah.
The Battle of the Northeast with Connecticut and Syracuse.
I like Syracuse in that game, Mike, but I really don't know about Steve Anginelli. I mean, he played okay last week, but he's not Kyle McCord with that. He didn't have no weapons last year. But Connecticut, they're unsung, man. I don't know a lot about that team, but I honestly, with that line right there, you're giving 3 points to Syracuse being home at the Carrier Dome. So I might take that 6.5 with Connecticut.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Connecticut usually plays them tough. They always play some, This is a team that I can't get into, and that's Baylor. Like, they are you want to talk about a Jekyll and Hyde team in college football?
Yes.
Baylor. I mean, this game here right now, they're minus 2.5 to Southern Methodist, dude. Think about that for a second. Southern Methodist?
Mm-hmm. Southern Methodist is a team that's playing out that what are they in the MEAC division, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But
I believe
Baylor doesn't play defense, and Mike, you're right. I mean, they're Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I don't know if they can score. I don't know if they can play deep. It's once again who shows up. You know what? I might take Southern Methodist on that money line. It was a minus 130. I'll take the money line minus 130.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at some of these other games. Penn State's a 42-point favorite against FIU.
Sometimes those charity points coming back and bite you, just like last week on Penn State. Those charity points that the team gets, they bite you.
Yeah, they do, man. They really do bite you right in the butt. This one here, I think we were talking off air before we got on. Was this Texas? Was this Texas and San Jose State 36.5?
Mike, I'm not going to take the 30s. That's one of my bets for the college, Mike. If you want me to give you that one there, I'm going Texas minus 20 in the first half. I think they come out and just all balls to the wall here. Archie Manning is just going to go crazy. I'm not going to take the 36 in the game because I do like the 36 total, but I think in the first quarter, Mike, or the first half, it's minus 20 Texas right away, which is an even line, minus 36, minus 20. So I'm taking a minus 20 versus San Jose State, and that's a plus 130, Mike. I like that.
Yeah, that's good odds. Our boy Steve Fuentes is like, take the under 41.5 for the Iowa State game. Now that right there, that's kind of up in the air only because, as we were talking again offline, that's one of my picks. Actually, I took Iowa State minus the 3.
Yeah,
at home against Iowa, but Steve could be on to something there with that under. 41.5. They always play tight games. Like I think last year was 20-17. Was the final score. So, I mean, they're always around that area. And I know Iowa doesn't score a lot of points. My buddy John Barchard, formerly of 94 WIP, I used to break his stones all the time. I'm like, John, is your college team ever going to score a touchdown? Or are you guys going to keep winning 6-3?
Yeah, one of the crazy stats, Mike, I was looking at it last year going through it, and Iowa led the nation in tight end touchdowns. That's crazy. If they can't score, It's not going to be a wide receiver. It's going to be a tight end. So I do like the line, but Iowa State, man, they can score, Mike. They're not one of the teams that they can play D, but they can score too. Iowa's good at defense, but that line is, I don't know, man. You're talking 20 points, 21 points is you're right at the mediocre line there. I don't like how low that line is. If it was like a 50, I'd take it. I'm going to stay away from the 40 though.
Yeah, I like I said, we're just going through some of the games here. You see the games scrolling up on the screen. I'll tell you what, this one here, UAB and Navy. Navy, to me, every time I turn around, Navy is somewhere between 17 to 28 point favorite over somebody until they play a top 25 team. And then they're the underdog. But what are you thinking with Navy and UAB? Was it Alabama, Birmingham?
The minus 21, Mike. I mean, to me, I like to stay away from Navy. I like to stay away from Navy and Armed Forces games because the wishbone offense, Mike, it's a game management offense. You can keep the defense off the field. You take away a lot of plays, time off the clock there. I stay away from Navy, Mike, because Navy can take that 9-minute, 10-minute drive all the way down the field. So I stay away from, minus big. If it was minus 10, I'd probably take Navy. But 21, Mike, that's 3 touchdowns, man. I mean, you could possibly talk about 30 minutes of the game, half the game right there.
Yeah, and let's get more into our picks and the games that we're going to be looking at here, Paul. I'll let you go first. I know you said you were talking about what game was it? You just said
I'll go ahead and give you my Texas minus 20 versus San Jose State in first half, Mike. That's a plus 130. The line is 36.5, like you said. We were scrolling through there. That's a nice line. I'm going minus 20 first half. I think Texas, especially being not routed last week, but I do think they make a bounce back game to make a statement because once you lose, week 1, Mike, against Ohio State, and you're battling, Ohio State, Penn State for the top rights, you got to showcase some style points. So that minus 20 in the first half, I think that's a guaranteed lock right there, Mike.
Okay. For me, like I said, I took Iowa minus 3. I think they're good. I just think they're better than Iowa. I think they have more offense than Iowa does. So I think the Cyclones, and plus the Cyclones are at home, and with them being a minus 3 at home, it's pretty much the books are saying is a pick 'em game. So I'm going to go with State this year. State almost beat them last year. It was a costly turnover, within the 30-yard line late in the game. That Iowa end up winning at home. So, I mean, the Cyclones should have beaten them a year ago. So, I think they'll be – and I think they're the more experienced team in this. So, that's who I have for my first college game.
Okay. My next one, Mike, I don't understand this line, man. I think Vegas is messing with my brain a little bit here when I seen this. I had to turn my phone off and go back and check this. Illinois minus 3 versus Duke. That line is kind of weird to me, Mike. Illinois is ranked. Duke's coming off a bad season last year. I just don't like this line, but I'm going to take Illinois minus 3. I think I might tease it, Mike, and go up to 5 or 6 here, honestly. 110, minus 3 is a good line. If I bump it up to a teaser going minus 5, we're talking 150, Mike.
Yeah. I kind of like that too. I mean, Illinois is ranked number 11 in the country. And,
and you're only minus 3 versus Duke?
Yeah. Well, I will say this. Duke's head coach is the former Penn State defensive coordinator, Manny Diaz.
Yes.
So, so I think they're kind of banking on that game being close, and because Duke's defense has gotten better since Manny has gotten there. So, for me, I would go. I wouldn't go oppo with you in this because I don't think Duke has the offense that Illinois has. So yeah, even teasing that to a 5, man, like you said, you can probably get some shekels on that.
Yeah. I'm probably going to bump it up to minus 5, take the 150, plus 150 on that, counter that with the Texas game at 110, or I'm sorry, 130. Right now I'm at almost a 300 plus 300 advantage.
Yeah. I'm liking for mine. When I did all mine, I actually got what it would be if I were to parlay it. And my second game is I'm taking Michigan with the 5 at Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma can beat them. But I think it's going to. I think Michigan. I think they're going to beat Michigan by a field goal. That Michigan defense is still good. I mean, and I know the kid from Oklahoma's. The quarterback's really good.
Mateer,
Mateer. So I mean, it's really going to be their bat. It's going to be a battle of wills, really, in that game. So I think Oklahoma can win the game, but I don't think they're beating them by more than 5. That's why I took the Wolverines at 5.
Okay. The reason why I will stay for him that game, Mike, is I agree. Mateer's a great quarterback. He can score Oklahoma. I think he threw 4 last week, ran for 1. Really good, offense with them. Oklahoma's known for offense. Defense is suspicious, still. But the reason why Michigan, their defense is tough, Mike, but the only thing that's holding me back, a close game. I don't believe in Blair Underwood. I really don't. Freshman QB, He's 17 years old starting at Michigan, That's what scares me a little bit. I mean, there's a difference, Mike, when you're playing in a big game in the Big 12, or the Big 10, all the lights are on you. You're down, 5 points. Can you make that drive? He's got to show me a little bit before I put a little bet on there, Mike. But if you hold me to it, I'm going to take Oklahoma minus the 5.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you could always tease it too, like you said. If you tease it to a touchdown, I'm definitely taking Michigan. I'll take Michigan with 7 points all day.
You give me a 7.5, I'll take it, Mike. Was that 7? That might be a push there. So you give me the extra half point at 7.5. I'll take the 7.5.
Look at this. My kin is checking in. He said, I need to make some coin. What's the picks, guys?
Giants minus 55.
My sons are probably he's probably gonna fall out of his chair when I do my NFL picks. Steve Fuentes says, take the first half under 22.5 for the Michigan game. That don't sound like a bad idea either.
I'll go opposite. I think it's going to be over 22. I think Oklahoma can put up points. Mike, we've seen this so many times in college football when you got the nation's best defense and a good offense. The offense usually prevails, but I don't know. That game just scares me. But I'd go the opposite of what Steve said there if I was putting the money on it.
Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, hey, this is why I love the content. And I love the fact that these guys who are following our show are giving us what they are, because you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I've never done first half, second half bets. I've never done one ever in my life. I think the closest I've ever came was somebody told me about doing a bet on, I think it was baseball, and it was like a no score first inning. And they told me I could do that. And I'm like, well, damn, I'm like, half of the games in the MLB don't get scored in the first inning.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I've been doing that too. Like I don't watch a lot of baseball, but I've been doing that too. Just not during COVID, because me, I bet cricket during COVID. But I've been betting baseball, Mike. The first inning, like plus point, half a run, and sometimes you get not the greatest lines, but if you pick 4 games minus 400, Mike, that ends up to a proper 100, plus 100, in the first inning plus 1.5. In a lot of games, they don't score till the 3rd or 4th inning, Mike.
Right, exactly. That's why, like, when I got put onto that, I tried it. I think I hit like twice on it, and I was like, all right, cool. That was fun, but like, you ain't gonna get rich. You know what I mean? But my third and final game is my upset of the week. I am going with Vanderbilt +1 at Virginia Tech. That's right. They are going to go listen to Enter Sandman, and they're going to beat Virginia Tech.
Mike, I don't know, man. I'm going to stay away from that, because I can tell you personally, the one time when Notre Dame played Virginia Tech, I went down there as a bucket list to Enter Sandman, and I might have walked out a Virginia Tech fan even though they lost, because there's something in that atmosphere, Mike. Happy Valley, you get that atmosphere. Players play in a big game. I like Vandy, Mike. They're leaning the right way, but is that a nighttime game, Mike?
I believe so. Let me take a look. Let me add it back up here. And Vanderbilt, and I think it's a 3:30 game, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm taking a look. It's Vandy. Oh no, it's 7:30 game.
7:30.
Oh yeah, 7:30. Oh man, I don't know.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know about that one, man. Mike, you put me to it, man. I mean, that +1 -1, that's a pick'em game plus game.
Yeah.
I'll go Virginia Tech at home. I'm gonna go with the home team here. Understand, man? Just something. It does something for me, Mike. I gotta go Virginia Tech. I'll even give you the 1.
Oh, nice. My son checking in says I need my picture of my 16-leg parlay. I need to hit for $1 million. Yeah, join the club.
Yeah,
join the club. I used to get so Paul. I mean, when we used to talk, right, and I would send you pictures of my Delaware pools. How many times did I lose by a half a point?
Yeah.
Like, like he trying to hit 16 in a row is just
Mike, it
unreal.
always happens, brother. You know that. You take a 15. Mike, I got to tell you, last year I put it on out of the box. I was so happy. My first time in my life, I hit a 16 game parlay all on UFC. I hit the entire card from prelims all the way to main card. And I played it as a ladder, Mike. I put $10 on each one for the prelims, and then the main early prelims, preliminaries, I put 25 on each one. Mike, I hit 16 out of 16. I did a ladder, one game or one fight, added to the next fight, all the way up to 16. Mike, I ended up with 16,000.
Nice.
That's the first time ever. Then I did it next week, and guess what? 14 matches, Mike, I only hit 3. It always happens, right?
Always.
Yep. But I'm going to go Virginia Tech, Mike. I'm going to take Virginia Tech at home. I mean, that night game plays a little bit different for me.
Okay. All right. I mean, hey, you know, I'm seeing the way Vandy is and how they were able to get a lot of their people in the transfer portal. Mm-hmm. I just think they're going to be a little bit better than a lot of people think. And I just don't like Virginia Tech right now, man. Like, trust me, Blacksburg's a bucket list. So is Camp Randall. So, you know, I will do, before I leave this earth, I will do Enter Sandman in Blacksburg, and I will do Jump Around in Camp Randall.
Hey, when you want to go to Camp Randall, let me know. I've done, you know, Enter Sandman. And last year, Mike, I went to my first Happy Valley game. Let me know. We're going to hit Camp Randall because I'll wear my striped pants and we can jump around too, brother.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to go. I don't care who they play. Oh, as long as it ain't Penn State, I ain't got to wear Penn State colors in there. I can go enjoy the game. I'll go to Madison. But, you know, that's pretty much it. What was your third one, Paul?
I do have 2, Mike. I'm going to go Army plus 17.5 versus Kansas State. Kansas State has not showed me a damn thing this year, Mike. I'm not going to play that yet, Mike, until probably the day before the game, because if Demarion Coleman, their quarterback, is in, I'll take Army plus the 17. If not, I'm going to stay away from it. But the other one, Mike, I'm going to take Florida versus South Florida over 55 points total. I think Florida can run them out of the building. South Florida can put up points too. I think that's a low line. I think it should be right around 65, 70, honestly. So either one of those two. And they both pay out a plus 110.
All right, yo, I'm just remember, you heard it here first. The Fighting Blue Hens go into Colorado and shock the world.
Mike, I love that plus 1150, brother. I might just throw $5 on that, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why not? Like, who cares? And Colorado is such in dismay. Like, I can see Delaware going there and winning. Like, and I think Delaware just became Division I too. So now that they became Division I, you know what I mean? They're going to be. And I got to give a little love to Temple House too. They put a beating on somebody last weekend too. I think last score was like they scored 40 points on somebody. So got to show a little bit of love to the little locals here. But I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to I'm just going to throw probably a couple shekels on the Delaware Fighting Blue Hens to pull off the upset in Boulder and walk out of Colorado with a win.
Man, take the plus 23 and over 50, Mike. That's going to give you probably around 1,400.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll definitely do that. I might do all three on a separate. I'll do this on a separate bet. But so there's our college games for the week. Now we're going to move on to the guys that get paid all the big bucks.
Yeah, right.
You want to start with Eagles Cowboys first, or do you want to say, or do you? Okay.
Whatever you want to do, Mike. I'm just here for the ride, brother.
All right. You know what? Let's do our picks for the week. We'll save Eagles Cowboys for the last.
Okay.
And then we can go from there.
I'm kind of interested, Mike, because we did not talk about this backstage, so I'm kind of curious of what yours are.
I'm going to start off with I am taking the New England Patriots.
Okay.
Minus 2.5 over the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, okay. I like that one. I like that line.
The Raiders got to come. They got to come east. It's a 1:00 game. Never good for a West Coast team.
That is true. I mean, what's the line? What was that line again, Mike? I'm sorry.
Minus 2.5.
I kind of like that because if Vrabel can get those boys to play, Drake Bain is another year here. They're finally building a team,
and they have a wide receiver in Stephon Diggs.
And they're building a running back. I mean, you got Ramon Stevenson as well, and you got Henderson. Trayvon Henderson is a third back, and that running game. I mean, if it's close, they do have Gente, but listen, Vrabel knows how to stop. I mean, he's from that Belichick tree. He knows how to stop the run. So I don't think Gente is going to be a big, weapon here. And the Raiders, Geno Smith doesn't, scare me at all. Defense does, but if you contain Brock Mayer on offense and Gente, I think you're okay. I like the New England plays just -2. Mike, I like that. I kind of like that bet. I do. I thought well on that at -120. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So what do you got for yours?
All right. Go to the Rams game, Mike.
Rams and Texans.
I like this line, Mike. I'm going Rams -3 here. Now, that's if Stafford's healthy. He hasn't practiced all season. They're saying his back injury should be good to go. Texans, man, CJ Stroud is not CJ Stroud right here. I mean, they just lost Mechie. They just lost Joe Mixon might be on the shelf this week. I don't know. He's aggravated. So I don't know what's going on. I like this line, Rams -3, Mike. I might even bump it up just to a 4.5 here, Mike. I'll probably take it up to a 4.5. I'm sold on the Rams here, Mike. This is a good line for the Rams. Sunday at home. I like the Rams -3.
I do too. I would definitely jump on the Rams with this one.
Mm-hmm.
My second game is one that you're probably not going to see coming, but this right here, man, I am jumping all over the Arizona Cardinals -6.5 over the New Orleans Saints.
Wow. What's the reason behind that, Mike? What's the reason for that?
New Orleans can't stop the run.
They can't stop anything. They can't stop anything, Mike.
Right. And you don't think John Connor's not going to have a good day? I mean, you still got Kyler Murray's quicker than a hiccup. I think he's going to be able to move around Marvin. Who are they going to have play Marvin Harrison?
Yeah, that's very true. That is very true.
And then you got the tight end over there, McBride.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona's going to be tough to beat. And then, you got Arizona's defense. They went out and re-signed a couple Eagles over there. They're going to have Josh Sweat coming off of the edge. So, I mean, and they're going to get Spencer Rattler. I think they're going to be in a long going to be a long day for New Orleans that day. I think 6.5 is too late. I think the Cardinals are going to blow them out.
I agree with you. The reason why I asked you, just to hear I'm on the same page with you. Spencer Rattler is going to look like a deer in headlights. They have no weapons at all. Alvin Kamara looks like, he's like 75 years old to me nowadays. They have nothing. And even if Rattler gets rattled, you bring in Tyler Show, a rookie, and I don't think he's going to be the greatest thing either. I love Arizona's offense. I love their defense, especially their offense. You can't tackle what you can't catch in Kyler Murray. He can get you outside. He can scramble for 40 to 50. You want to give the ball to James Conner, go ahead. He's probably going to score, 2 touchdowns in this game. Marvin Harrison as well. I think he gets one probably. Mike, that line is way too low for me. I'm looking at probably 8.5 on this line. That line is a lock to me, -6.5.
Yeah, that's why I jumped all over it. I seen that. I was like, that's way too low. Yeah. I don't think the Saints are going to be able to keep up with them offensively. Who's your second one?
You can stay right on that line right there, Mike, right where your hand's at. I'm going right there. Evan, listen to what I'm saying, brother. Here you go. Giants +6. Okay, I'm taking the Giants +6 here. Reason being, Mike, that defense is nasty. That front seven, I don't care where you play Abdul Carter. You can put him at defensive end. You can put him at linebacker, Burns. This Lawrence in the middle. This defense is nasty. You're not asking Russell Wilson to do much, okay? This defense can hold this game down. I actually like the +6 on the Giants and under 45 on this, Mike. I'm playing a double on this one, but I love the +6 Giants. I'm not sold on Deebo Samuels. I don't want to see him get hurt, but he hasn't shown me anything. McLaurin, he's a great wide receiver. Jaden Daniels, I get that. Losing Robinson kind of is suspicious to me because Eckler is the guy on the backfield, but he's not a solid carrier. So I'm going Giants +6 here, Mike. I love this bet. I love it, and I hate saying it.
Man, you know what? Great minds think alike because guess what? That was my upset of the week. I took the Giants. I think the Giants win the game outright because they have Washington's number. Now, they didn't have Washington's number last year, but they have a veteran quarterback in there now. And anytime they, like with Danny Dimes would beat Washington twice a year. You know what I mean? It was guaranteed. So, and again, I think Jaden Daniels is going to hit a wall a little bit because if you take a look at that NFC title game, the Eagles, I think, kind of laid the blueprint on how to slow him down because their points that were scored were garbage points. The last 7 points that he scored were garbage. The Eagles killed them. and they kept him in. And I think the Eagles laid the blueprint down on how to stop him. And I think the Giants, like you said, with that defense and that front seven, oh my God, Burns and Carter are going to eat, and Dexter Lawrence, they're all going to eat on that line. To me, I felt like this was too high. I saw the Giants at 6. I jumped on that. Like I said, you don't have Daniel Jones at quarterback no more. You got Russell Wilson. And then if you take a look at it, they kind of got a big 3 if you look at it, with Neighbors at the wideout, Russell Wilson at quarterback, and then you could either go Tracy or Cam Scatterboo. Cam Scatterboo is a battering ram.
Yeah, and Mike, I love you said that Cam Scatterboo. I know Tyron Tracy's are, and Singletary's are 1-2, but to me, Mike, you know what? I'm going to throw Cam Scatterboo in there because with a runner like that, we know that big boy's in the middle. You got to put an extra guy in the box. And Russell Wilson's the guy that can throw the moon ball. He can get downfield, something that Danny could do, but he was very off target. Russell Wilson's an on-target guy. Slayton, Neighbors, and then you got Jalen Hyatt as a high flyer too. I like the Giants here because pick your poison. Run the ball. You crowd the box. Russell Wilson is a guy that can get out of the pocket, scramble, and when he scrambles, he has his best on that moon ball. And if you can't get to him, it could be a 40 to 50-yard touchdown easy.
Oh, yeah.
Neighbors is happy about this.
Oh, yeah, man, most definitely. And the other thing, too, that they're not talking about is Bellinger, I think, the tight end. The tight end. I mean, all he does is get open inside the red zone.
Agreed.
So now they got a quarterback, man. This is why I say, like, when we were talking about, like, I made a prediction on me and Pat's show probably about a month ago when we were talking NFL. I said the NFC East is going to be the only division of football where every team's got a winning record. Because I think the Cowboys can be 9-8. I think the Giants can be 9-8. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think the Giants are going to come in second. I think you're going to see. Wow. I would see. I would see Washington being 9-8. I'm not sold on this Washington team. And their best back, they just traded to San Francisco. So you mean to tell me you're going to rely on 30-plus-year-old Austin Eckler, who I think his best days are behind him. I'm sorry. We saw this already. Like they leaned heavily on Brian Robinson, and then for what? Just to trade him? Yeah. And then they traded him to the Niners. Like that's something that killed me. Like when I seen them trade him, and they did the same thing to Robinson as they did to Dotson a year ago. They traded him like literally right before the end of training camp.
Yeah. I love this line, Mike. I think it's a too high line. I mean, Mike, it was a plus. I mean, you got him as an upset, outright, Giants there. I probably would have took this maybe right around a 3.5. That 6 is just speaking to me and saying, Paul, take me right away. And that was the first bet I took, Mike. When I looked at the sheet, I'm like, there's no way there's a +6. I'm jumping on it now. And I usually don't place bets early, Mike, but I put $25 on that line right there. +6 right away, even before the line changes.
Yeah, I mean, now is there? That was my 3 games. What's your third one, Paul?
All right, let's go talk about, since we're leading into tomorrow night. Let me just jump on tomorrow night's line then, Mike. I'm going to go in tomorrow night's line. All right, now I played a little bit earlier, Mike. I got a +8.5 for the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys keep this competitive. The Cowboys, to me, I want them to come out. I know Sirianni said they're not going to see the banner being dropped tonight. Tomorrow night the team's not going to see it. I want the Cowboys to come out and see that banner being, dropped. That's motivation. Just like CD said today, do you want to see it? Yeah, I want to see it because it's motivation. I want the whole team to see it, Mike. But I'm going to take this Cowboys line. I'll even take the +8, Mike. I like this spread here. I think, everybody's looking at the Eagles saying Super Bowl, layover. No, I don't see that. I think they're going to be, an elite team, of course, all throughout the season. But Dallas, Mike, I mean, there's a little bit under the radar here. The only thing we're going to talk about tomorrow night is, boy, how they would look with Micah Parsons. We're not going to talk about the team, Mike. We're not going to talk about the Dallas team. We're talking about the Parsons stuff still, even though he's not there. It's an under-the-radar team, Mike. I like the +8 with the Cowboys. The only thing is that offensive line against your front 7. If we can get time for Dak, Pickens, Lamb, Turpin's a mismatch for, if DeJohn's in the middle and playing a slot, I'll take Turpin outside over a Ringo or a Dory Jackson all day long. You can't cover Pickens or take your choice of Lamb. Somebody's got to be on Ringo and a Dory Jackson. So I kind of like that, but you got to give Dak time. You got to give him time, Mike.
Yeah, so you're going to take the Cowboys as
I'm taking the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, it's not an upset. I mean, there's no way I would take the outright, Mike. I'm not doing that. I think the Eagles do win, probably by 4 to 6 points. 7 being the most, but I'll take that +8 for the Cowboys. Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's not being a homer, Mike. That's just, the way I see
no,
it.
no, no. That's the way you're seeing it. I see it totally different.
Mhm.
I just see the Cowboys having trouble stopping the Eagles' offense. I don't see it the other way around. I don't see
Agreed.
them. Just the way the Eagles run the ball. They're going to get a heavy dose of Barkley, and then once Barkley's done running, now you got AJ Dillon coming in,
And you got
who's a
Shipley,
big.
too. Yeah.
And then you got the new Swiss Army knife, which is Shipley. Okay, you have those guys running the ball. Then you got Hurts running. You know what I mean? And again, I think really what we're going to see is, can Dallas's defensive line try to put any pressure? Because if they don't put pressure on Jalen, Jalen's going to pick them apart too. I mean, as good as Diggs is, as good as Bland is, you can't expect them guys to cover for 7 seconds.
Well, I agree with you 100%, Mike. Looking at it now, I mean, I'm still going to keep the Cowboys +8, but what you said to me is 100% factual, Mike. Diggs isn't 100%. He is listed as starting this week, but he's coming off that injury where he didn't have practice at all season. He got fined for not working out with the Cowboys, but he hasn't played all season. And then if that happens, then Elam has to step in. Our Shaban Ravel, he's not even listed. He's on the IR, so you're going down to the 4th and 5th corners. So I'm hoping that, he's going to be good to go. I think the Dallas D-line doesn't get a lot of pressure, but they maintain the lanes, Mike. I don't think Hurts is going to get that run because without Parsons, Kenny Clark's in the middle, which is helpful us because he's a run stopper to me, something we didn't have. Mozzie's going to be there. Odiggy's going to be there. And then you bring in Kenny Clark, over Mozzie. I think that's a better solution for us. Parsons gone. Yes, I get that. Our best pass rusher in the NFL, basically. But you have a guy named James Houston, who is a freak athlete. Sam Williams on the outside. These guys are hybrid pass rushers, and they can control the run too. Parsons was just like you said, Mike, we talked about big games. He doesn't show up, but I think the rookies, basically, I want to say, show up a little bit. And I think to me, Mike, it's 11 hats on one ball now. It's not just one with Micah Parsons. So that's the way I look at new philosophy under Eberflus and, Schottenheimer. So I still going to take it, but if we can stop Barkley in the middle and make Jalen Hurts beat you downfield, and hopefully Diggs shows up and can play 60 minutes of ball, I think we'll be okay. I think it's going to be closer than people think.
I think it's a close to out. I just think it's something along the lines where it's like a 7-point game and the Cowboys are driving and the Eagles get a score that way. Like, I don't think I have the Eagles winning 37-23. That's my prediction for the game. Wow. But I don't think it's going to be – I think it's going to be within that 7 points, like throughout the game. It's going to be something like stupid, like a fumble return for a touchdown or a punt return, something that's going to put it to make it look like it was worse than what it was.
Yeah, you're talking that's charity points. Yeah.
Yes. Like you guys are like, I'm not going to say because Dak, I think Dak's a really good quarterback. I think he takes a beating, from Cowboys fans. I mean, considering, you can get on him about his playoff record, but you can get on your front office for not doing what they're supposed to do either. You know what I mean? And I you know what I said, and Paul, I got to ask you why I got you on, dude. What did you say your prediction was, bud, for the game? You said Eagles by 7.
Yeah, I got the Eagles. I did a show last night, Mike, and we went around the table, the NFC East War Room, and I said that the Eagles win, but I got them 29-23, Mike. I had them at 6 points last night.
All right, so we're both in conclusion. We both think Dallas is going to score 23.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of odd. And we both had the Giants, Paul. Like, this is starting to get scary here, dude.
Yeah, that's why I love doing the show with you, man. Great minds think alike, and hopefully our great minds cash into a couple coins, Mike.
Yes. Now, I actually did a touchdown parlay for this Eagles game, Eagles-Cowboys game. I took Jalen Hurts for the first touchdown because you already know they're doing a tush push as soon as they get the ball.
Mike, that's what you love. I even watched it. A lot of times, Mike, last year, I hate the Eagles, and I did it, first touchdown, Jalen Hurts, because my thing is, Mike, I don't care if you get a deep ball down the field to the 20-yard line. I just want you to get down to the 1-yard line so I can see the push, and I know what's coming. So I always take Jalen Hurts no matter what, scoring a touchdown, because you can't stop it, Mike.
Well, here, listen to this. It's only 3 guys. It's a three-leg parlay that was listed. Again, this is off of Caesar Sportsbook that I used it on. Jalen Hurts, first touchdown, which means he gets the first touchdown in the game.
Okay.
I took your guy, Jalen Tolbert, Last 3 games against the Eagles,
Oh.
Jalen Tolbert has scored a touchdown against the Eagles. Matter of fact, he beat Quinyon Mitchell last year at the game at the link to score a touchdown for the Cowboys. So I took him, and I took Saquon Barkley. If you do those 3, it is a plus 69, which means for every $1 you put down, you win $69.
I like the 1 and 3 on your parlay, but I don't like Tolbert. He's listed as the 4th wide receiver, and if you watched him in OTAs and preseason, Mike, my guy can't catch a cold right now.
Well, he seems to catch over Quinyon. He's beaten Quinyon twice, man. He put both games last year. Jalen Tolbert had a touchdown, so that's why I jumped on it. And believe it or not, it's the whole thing of it being plus 69 is really on the fact of you betting Jalen Hurts to score the first touchdown in the game.
That's the highest play, really.
That's the highest play, and that's why I'm sitting there looking. I'm like. That's what makes the parlay jump up. But I took Jalen Tolbert because he's not CD. He's not. All I need him to score is anytime touchdown. So it could be with 4 minutes left to go in the game, and they score a touchdown. Jalen Tolbert scores. You know what I mean? Because Barkley's going to have at least one, and the first Hurts is going to do a touch push. Yeah. So you just got to hope that they don't reverse it on me and have. Barkley scored the first touchdown and Hurts do the second touch push. You know what I mean?
Give you a little different wrinkle at the 1 yard line, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly. But all
right. What I have, Mike, I went a little different option on the props. All tomorrow night, of course. I'll give you a 4 game, Mike, and I am going to play this too. I'm going to piggyback on what you said. Barkley anytime touchdown. I think Barkley eats tomorrow night. I think that's a given option for him to score an anytime TD. I'm going to stay on the Barkley train here. I'm going to go Barkley plus 30 yards in the first quarter, Mike. I think they run him. Now, that right there, Mike, is a plus. That one's a plus 220. That's a huge line, but I think they do because, Mike, what better way to calm the crowd down and just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball? I think he gets 30 yards in the first quarter. Kind of high, but I kind of like that one. The other one, I'm going to go to the Cowboys side. I'm going to go Dak plus 2 TDs anytime in the game. Passing, throwing, whatever. I like those. CeeDee Lamb, 1 catch every quarter, Mike. Last year, Mike, I always took CeeDee Lamb plus 3 catches in the first quarter of every game, and I only missed it twice in the entire season. But this year, we're going to see what they're made of. When you have Pickens, it should demand a double team. So I'm going to take CeeDee, 1 catch each quarter, Barkley plus 30 yards in the first quarter, Dak plus 2 TDs entire game, and Barkley an anytime touchdown.
Dude, I'm looking at this on Caesars, right? 75-1, right? Where's it at? Dak Prescott to rush for 5+ yards in each quarter. Mike, 75-1.
Mike, I'm glad you showed me that because I might take that because what I'm seeing from this is not, this is me watching every game, Mike, and analyzing what I'm seeing in preseason OTAs. Dak's looked the best that he ever looked, even from his rookie year, Mike. He's running the ball. The ankle injury's gone. The elbow's gone. Everything, not the elbow's gone, but the injury's gone. I think, Mike, that plus 75, brother, I might just throw $5 for shits and giggles on that. I might, dude. That's money.
I'm thinking about doing the same thing, dude. Like, really?
He only
5 yards rushing each quarter?
Yeah.
That's 1 scramble.
Mike, that's a breakdown scramble right there, 5 yards. I mean, Mike, one run each quarter. Why not? You know what I mean? Why not for giggles?
Here's another one too. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley to combine for 300+ rushing yards, 40-1.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Jalen Hurts. Look, Dak's got to run for 5 yards each quarter. Jalen Hurts to record 20+. My quarterback's got to run 4 times the amount.
We know he could run. Dak's coming off that injury.
Now, this one I would do. Jalen Hurts to record 50+ rushing yards in each half, 40-1.
Mike, I like that one right above that. Jalen Hurts 5 rushing yards each quarter. I like that one, Mike.
450.
You know what? I might just do that on each single parlay. Just a single line. I might take the Jalen Hurts plus 5, each quarter, and the Dak plus 5. Why not?
What's this one? Javonte Williams and Saquon Barkley to combine for 300 yards rushing.
So you're telling me Barkley is going to get 290, right?
I like Javon Williams. Believe it or not, I used to take him in my touchdown parlays last year.
Yeah.
When he was with Denver, I always used to put him in. as for scoring touchdowns, man. He would score a lot, man. But I know he's coming back off of that the whatchamacallit, right? The Nate.
The ACL thing.
ACL.
Yeah.
I want to see what they got for CeeDee Lamb. They only got a couple. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens that each have 20 receiving yards in each half, plus 360.
That's not a bad line either, Mike.
That's not either. To record one reception in each quarter, 135.
That's the one I'm taking right there, Mike. Plus 135. Yep.
This is the one I like right here. Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts combined for 500 yards passing, plus 145.
I'll tell you what, Mike, that could be really easy to get, because if the Cowboys are down 14 going into after half, Dak's going to say screw the ball and just throw the ball downfield. And Dak, we know, because he can light up the yardage for 300, Mike. That possibly could happen.
Any team to score 40 points, this is the scoring specials. Any team to score 40 plus points is at 425. That's like the highest one.
Man.
What's the field goal special? Where's Brandon Aubrey at?
Oh, Mike, you know me. We talked backstage. I'm taking a plus 60. I'm taking a plus 60, Mike.
It says both teams to make 2 field goals is at 110. Both teams to make 3 field goals is 375. And both teams to make 4 field goals at plus 1,600. That's not bad. I was just looking at the specials, man.
Yeah.
What was the one, man? I saw, what was it? The receiving yards. Tell me, I'm sorry. I think this is low right here. CeeDee Lamb on 72 and a half.
Every game last year, Mike, the Cowboys, I looked at CeeDee's line, the very first one, because that's the number one target, A1 target. And it used to be around like 98 every week. I think Vegas is saying that they're playing with you, Mike, and saying, okay, Pickens is here. He's going to get 56. That's taken away, 20 from CeeDee. But I'm going to stay away from this week 1, Mike. And it's not because the Eagles, because now Pickens is out there. You have 2 elite wide receivers. I want to see how Prescott's going to field the ball and look at progressions. I don't know. I'll probably stay away from that line for CeeDee just this week, Mike, just to see how it plays out. I don't know how this offense is going to look, how Dak's going to look finally with another elite wide receiver, Mike. I don't know. I'll stay away from it.
Okay. Me personally, I think CeeDee goes over that. And Joey Sullivan, our boy to join. That's right, Joe Sullivan checking in. Make sure you check him out on Out of the Box every Monday night, 6 o'clock. And you got to check out Joe's old school shows. Awesome. They are phenomenal. So make sure you guys get over there and check Joey Sullivan out. He's a good friend of the network and of myself. So, but looking at some of these receiving ones, getting back to the receiving ones, this is the one here I want to see right here. I am jumping all over this. Jahan Dotson over 7.5 yards.
That's just a bubble screen catch and yak yards right there, Mike. That's all that is. That's just one catch.
Yes. I'm like, sign me up. I think he's going to have a bigger role. And look, they don't even have Minchie on here.
Do they have Turpin on your, Mike, for your Caesars or no?
No,
he's not even on. Yeah,
no.
Receiving. Wow.
Receiving yards. No, they don't even have him on there.
Wow, because I think he might be the guy over 50, 60 yards, because he's going to be in a slot. And they're talking about moving, what I've seen so far, they're moving, Lamb back to his natural spot in the slot where he excels, and putting Pickens outside with Turpin on the outside, Mike. And I think Turpin, if he's matched up against Adoree Jackson, he's going to get a lot of slant yards, and yak after that, because to me, he's like an Edelman type guy, Wes Walker type guy, Mike. I like, if on mine, I think I had Turpin, I actually have it on my phone right there. I had Turpin at over 45, Mike, and I might take that.
Okay. I can see you. I can definitely see that. But then again, too, though, like this is the book now. By tomorrow.
Of course, everybody's going to be on there. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have everybody on there.
Yep.
So that's why I'm just looking at some of these. I'm like, good Lord, man. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's doing that. Now, I got some props I have for Sunday.
Okay.
I don't know if did you do any props for Sunday, bro? Or is that?
No, I didn't, Mike. I don't even look at props until Sunday morning after I get my butt out of church, brother. You know me.
Okay. Well, listen,
give it to me. Give it to me. I'll see what we.
I got a nice 4-team prop bet. It's it's a parlay. It pays out plus 1101. So $11. All right. I got Jonathan Taylor going over 79.5 yards rushing.
Who the Colts play this week, Mike?
Miami.
Miami is inconsistent. I like that. Jonathan Taylor's a bell cow. Mm-hmm. I think so too, because Richardson takes away a lot, running yards from him.
Richardson's not starting.
Yeah, no, that's why. That's why it's going to be Taylor this week, because he takes away a lot of the inconsistent runs away from Taylor. So I like that. I like that. I'd probably go Jonathan Taylor plus plus 80 yards.
The next one in this parlay is James Conner. I think he's going to get over 68 and a half yards rushing against the Saints. I think he's going to pound the Saints.
I like that, Mike. Plus, you know, I even go a step further. I might put him for an anytime touchdown as well. You know, for the Cardinals.
Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely. Number 3, I have T. Higgins going over 61 and a half yards receptions against the Browns. He's lit them up for at least 80 yards in the last 4 games that he's played against them.
I like that, Mike. I like how, you know, Burrows is throwing there. You're throwing to your second target in T. Higgins. I like that. But, man, I don't know, Mike. It depends what kind of game we see. I mean, if it's a running game, Chase Brown's going to be the man with Jamar Chase. And T. Higgins might be the obsolete guy out. But if it's a passing game, that's an easy gimme right there. I like the T. Higgins line if it's a passing game.
This one right here, I had to jump on it because the rushing yards were low. J.K. Dobbins, over 44 and a half yards rushing.
Who are they playing this week, Mike?
I'm trying to remember who. He moved. He's not on the Chargers anymore, right? Where did he go? I think he went to Denver. I think he's on Denver. So they play Tennessee Titans.
45, you said?
Yeah, 44 and a half yards. I'm going to go right here to the rushing. It'll let me know right here. I'm pretty sure that's who it is. Because when I seen it, I said, there's no way. There's your boy Rico Dowd. They got him going over under 24 and a half yards.
As a second back, I kind of like that plus 24, though. Honestly, I mean, Chubb is still the man, but I mean, you're talking, 10 carries for Rico. That's a 3-yard average. I like the over for Rico.
Yeah, where's it at? Right here. Yep, J.K. Dobbins. He's on the Broncos.
I kind of like that. R.J. Harvey's not. He's going to be the second back, but the only thing that scares me, Mike, are they going to use utility backs like they used really Estime last year with Javonte Williams? I mean, that's what Peyton likes to do. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that 44, I like it, but I don't know how they're going to use a committee back this year, Mike, just like the Cowboys. That's why I'm staying away from any Cowboys back this year.
This is another one I like, too, right here.
Jahmyr Gibbs, yes.
Jahmyr Gibbs over 67 and a half. Yeah, I mean, even if I were to take that off, take off the J.K. Dobbins, I would put this one on here, Jahmyr Gibbs. And if you're looking for an anytime touchdown, either one of these two guys are going to get one. All 3 of these guys are going to get in the end zone, I think, in this game. Like,
Jahmyr Gibbs is one line that I like, Mike. I like that over 67. I think I'd take that right away as a lock. And also, I always take him passing and receiving. I'm passing and rushing yards over 100 every week. I think he's a generational back that gets 100 every week. Because he catches out of the backfield, Mike. One catch is 30 yards for the kid.
Yeah, this is another game that you were talking about. This Rams-Texans game, and I'll tell you what. So do I. Dude, listen. Whenever I do a touchdown parlay, this is what I do. I'm not gonna lie. I take $1. I take $1, okay, and I will pick a touchdown score from every game on the NFL schedule, and just go down. Like for me, it's $1, and it keeps me interested.
Exactly.
In what's everything that's going, and the payouts are like ridiculous. Like I'll tell you, hold on, I got one for.
And Mike, that's the main reason I took the Rams because Joe Mixon's out, Nick Chubb's in there, and to me, 42 yards from Chubb scares me too because Mike, the guy's had 18,000 injuries. I don't know if he can, be the bell cow, for the Texans. So Kyron Williams, anytime touchdown plus over 68, sign me up any day.
Yeah, I did take a four-leg parlay. It pays out plus 1260. I didn't play it yet. These are all ones that we kind of put them in over here on. I'm just letting these guys know. We put it in here on Caesars. We see what it comes out to, and then I write down what it is, and then I let you guys know. Here we go. This is Friday, and then the other 3 are Sunday. I took Xavier Worthy scoring touchdown Friday night, anytime touchdown.
I like that. Rashad Rice is out. That's our target. Why not? I mean, Mahomes has to look some way. It's either him or Kelsey. Have to.
Okay. Second one, I took Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase always scores a touchdown, and he does it against the Browns all the time. Yeah. So that's a no-brainer.
Division game. Go with Jamar Chase anytime touchdown.
Now you said when I was giving you my prop bets, I said James Conner over 68.5. You said I would give him a touchdown. Well, guess what? I took him. I wrote him down for a touchdown. also anytime touchdown. And last but not least, Mr. Automatic for Tampa Bay, Mike Evans.
I agree. I agree. Mike Evans. I mean, they find him. Mike, and showed me last year that when he broke the record, it was in the fourth quarter. There was just a BS call. Threw it to him. One was incomplete. They went right back to him. That is their leader, and he's going to drive him. And every week, I always take Mike Williams as well. Mike Evans. I'm sorry. I always take him for a touchdown too. He still has it, so I'm going to give him an anytime touchdown as well.
All right, listen, Paul. Before we go and wrap up here, I got to do some. I got to do something. Listen here, guys. Coming up in just a little bit. That's right, 9 o'clock, about an hour from now. Steve Fuentes, Pat Bernard at the attacking third. They're on specially tonight, special time of 9 o'clock. So make sure you guys tune in for them for all your MLS and Philadelphia Union action. There will be no final word with Matty B tonight or tomorrow due to the Eagles game. So Matty will not be on tonight or tomorrow. So just giving you a little heads up there. Friday, the wraparound with either me or Pat Bernard, whatever one is ready. If Pat's ready to come back, he's been over in Siberia, so we're giving him his release. So Pat, it'll be me or Pat on Friday night. Sunday morning, of course. It'll be me and Al. If Pat is back with us, that would be awesome. If he's not, we understand. Again, and this tomorrow night, make sure you tune in for Steve, the Birds Flyby post-game show right here on It's a Wrap Sports, bringing you all the post-game coverage from Birds and the boys for week 1. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And I got one more. Where the hell is it? There it is. There it is, the Happy Valley Huddle. Make sure you tune in against FIU. As soon as that game goes final, I will be here to give you all the ins and outs of what Penn State did and didn't do. And, of course, guys, this is the Fighting's final lineup. It'll be yours truly. That's why I'm all decked in red, as I will be back right after the final pitch tonight. Make sure Aaron Nola against Christ, I can't remember who the hell it is. Oh, well, Noah's going for the Phillies. So we'll see what they got in Milwaukee. Mets did lose today, so the lead is now back to 6 games for the Phillies. So just to give you a little heads up there. Paul, before we wrap this up, let everybody know where they can find you and when they can find you.
Well, tonight I'm going to be on at 9:30 on the Box Sports Entertainment Cowboys Weekly. We're going to be talking about the Eagles game tomorrow night, of course. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be doing our NFL Weekly Talk with myself and Dan Connor as well. Right after that, I'm going to be doing the Thursday night pregame show and postgame show, of course. Then after that, I don't know if I'm going to be under a rock hiding from you guys. I'm not sure. But I will be back on Friday night with College Football Frenzy, Mike. And you better not be a stranger to that one, Mike. But you better hop on that one.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
And then Saturday, of course, you guys know I'm a Notre Dame fan, Golden Dome every Saturday morning, 11 a.m., and then the post-game show as well. So, Mike, I just want to say thank you, brother, for having me on. Seems like old times, man. I love doing shows with you, brother. You're one of my favorites to do shows with, man. So thank you to you and Maddie and It's a Wrap Sports for allowing me to hop on with you guys tonight, man.
Oh, man, listen, Paul, anytime, man. Like I said, I want you to be more of a regular on this, man, because like I said,
Absolutely.
we've been talking about doing this for how long, and now we finally got a platform to do it on. And I felt like we had a pretty good first show. A lot of people were kind of chiming in. But I love our bets. And sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't agree on certain games. I mean, and that's what the best part about it is, man. And, we get to go have fun.
100%, Mike. You open my eyes to a lot of things. I take this bet, you show me a different version of it, and I kind of like that because, when I got a 5-game parlay, I try to stay away from the dream of the 15s nowadays, but I try to look for something that's a lock between 5 and 6, and I may have 4 or 5, but you always give me the extra where I can say, that puts me up a plus 130 as well. So that's why I love doing it with you, brother.
Yeah, and like you said, anybody else watching out there, the touchdown parlays, man, like, listen, I just, from what I just said to you guys, like, listen, I go down, I take 1 touchdown score from every game. That's it. And you throw a buck on it. You'd be surprised what the payout is, and you'd be really surprised how close you come to hitting those things. Like, you may hit, you may not, but you come really close. And, I always, and I like it. I think it keeps me invested in all the games on Sunday and Monday. You know what I mean? So.
And Mike, real quick, I love how you put for entertainment purposes only. Guys, listen, the reason why Mike and I talked about this many of times doing a show, even when Mike was over here, The reason why I didn't want to do it because what we bet is what we bet. We might have a couple dollars in our pocket. We bet smart wise, cover our butt. We don't invest too much money. But if you have a dollar, bet a penny on it, man. Bet a penny. Bet what you can afford. Don't bet the bank for something you can't afford because it's not worth it, brother. You know, Mike, you know me. I bet $10,000 when Alabama played Notre Dame and I lost it in the first half. You remember that, Mike? So
Yes.
bet smart. You know, live another day because betting is not the solution to all your lottery needs. So, Mike, I love how you did that, man. Thank you.
Yeah. So, well, guys, listen. Paul, if you're available next Wednesday, we're on. So,
Unless the Eagles beat me by 50, Mike, I'll be available, brother. Okay.
oh well, I don't want them to beat you by 50. You know, good 7-14 is good for
There
me.
we go. There we go.
This is bragging rights. Okay, so for Paul Spencer, I'm Mike Lauro. I will see you guys in probably a couple hours for the Fighting's final. Attacking Third is coming up next, guys. So make sure you stay tuned here on It's a Wraps. Paul, thank you once again for coming on, my brother. And we are out. Hey, play. Oh man, it doesn't want to play. Don't you just love it?